Just on in black, yeah. Just on in black, yeah. Just on in black, yeah. Just on in black. Fuck. Yeah, we smoke the weed. Who won't fuck with me? No, I feel like she got feet. She got many feet on me, yeah.
The buddy don't fuck with me, but she wanna fuck with her.
I don't know me cause I'm weak, cause I never be alone.
It's different when nobody wants.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your brother Bike Life Commando. I'm popping up in here because you know what? I ain't been in here in a minute. I mean, it's only been about, what, 10 days or so. But I'm going to let you know. It ain't because I didn't want to be in here. I was knocked out. Straight up off on my feet, man. I was in the hospital for the last week or so. I had influenza A. And if they ain't calling it the super flu, they need to. Because this gigantus of a virus pretty much just put me on my back. I mean, it was serious. 102, 103 fevers, chills, nose still running, all of that. It's just one of those situations where, you know, it's hard to fight it, and hopefully your body is capable of doing so. I had to get Tamiflu and all this other stuff. It's very concerning because I actually took the flu shot. So I'm like, what'd I take the flu shot for? But the doctor was telling me, hey, if you didn't have the flu shot, it could have been worse. And I'm like, really? Man, it was bad. Well, anyway, we're beyond that. During my moments of lucidness and, I guess, you know, hallucination, I was having conversations with people about my hobbies and what have you. And biking came up. And so we were talking about my cross-country trip that I took in November when I went out to see my mom in Phoenix and make it back to the house or what have you. And they asked me, you know, how I prepared for it. There was a question in there with some people that asked me how I prepared for it. So I told them. One of the things I ended up doing was I asked a lot of questions. I asked people who I felt were skilled riders, advice. People like Brother Sensei, if you know him from Ride Fit Nation, please check out his channel. He's a great dude and has a lot of great interpersonal skills and good information that was able to pass to me through that. I talked to brothers here in the Savannah Coastal Empire region who ride with motorcycle clubs, in particular Rare Breed Brothers, gave me some great advice. And most of the guys I talked to, they were real riders. They ride, you know what I'm saying? And I actually work with one of those guys in my current employment, and he rides. He's from out west, CB, yeah. So if you see his YouTube channel, he's got some good content about things that his club is doing. I'm not affiliated. I'm not in the club, but I did ask them some advice. Received some great advice. One of the greatest advices I received, believe it or not, was, because this was my first time, was to wear shorts under my clothes. And I was like, wear shorts? Yeah. Well, my concern, which I had brought up at some point, was if I'm wearing short, you know, if I need to change clothes, it gets cold, I need to throw some heat gear on or something, you know, between my pants and my skin or whatever. You know, I didn't want to have to find me a bathroom, a locker or something like that. So suggested that I wear shorts. That way I could just throw them on right there and there. And I was like, you know what? It's a dope idea. I need to do that. So I ended up wearing shorts. But along the way, I ended up, you know, when I stopped at my mom's house a couple of days later, I ended up going online to Amazon and ordering some Under Armour legging pants like the joggers wear, right? And I found that to be a little bit more effective. And the reason why is because my heat suit was so hot that sometimes I felt like it was burning my leg, you know, and I had to keep adjusting myself while I was riding because I felt like it was burning my leg, turning down the heat or what have you. So I ended up getting Under Armour leggings, which I found to be very, very useful. One of the things I also bought was a Beyond Riders jacket. It was a winter hoodie. It was orange in color, and I wanted that for visibility. You know, being on the road at, you know, if I got caught at night, if I was by myself, someone come up behind me, I wanted to see the orange, you know, and wonder what that thing was gliding down the road on the gray stallion, right? So, you know, I was riding the Lowrider ST, which is gray in color, and you know, it was running optimally. I just wanted to make sure that I was visible, right? So I bought an orange hoodie to wear over my heat jacket, and between the heat jacket and that, I was quite toasty. On top of that, just to add an added measure, I had a Harley Davidson branded Dainese airbag vest, which is actually a mesh vest. However, the press, you know, with it pressed against my body, zipped up, outer layer, it made for a very decent layer to go along with my heat suit. In combination with that, I wore some Indy Ridge. I want to say they're Comanches, maybe Crows, but they're waterproof boots from Indy Ridge, and I meant to look at them and see if I can get the name off the tag. But I'll put an example of what they look like up here shortly. They worked tremendously well. Something I really liked. A couple of the gadgets that I put on my bike just to help me not concentrate on my phone was a LED DVR screen, which allowed me to Bluetooth CarPlay onto the screen, so I wouldn't have to manipulate my phone. Not to mention, I saw a device, I want to say Ty from Tennessee, another YouTuber, maybe Holy Shift, probably both to be honest with you, had this Bluetooth device that they put on their Lowrider STs, and it allowed them to, you know, minimize their interaction with their phone, because it allowed for remote, you know, channel changing and volume changing and moving through songs. So it's just a no-name brand. I'm not really sure. I'm looking at it now. Looks like it's called Recoil, but it was pretty dope. It worked out really well for me. I also, when I parked that night, I used a Auto Hawks half cover, right? So I really thought that was a good help, because when I came out, it was no rain or dew or anything on my bike, so I was able to, you know, get on a dry bike, and my seat is heated, so, you know, I was able to just have a warm seat when I rolled through. I failed to get some heat grips on mine before I left, so that's actually in the future, but I'm actually thinking about changing my handlebars, so I'm probably going to wait for that. I don't know. I want to change the handlebars on my Lowrider, and I also want to change the handlebars on my Indian. I'd like a little bit more, have them come back more. I like that. I think I like that feel. I kind of felt like I was overstretched on that run when I was doing the Lowrider, and I don't really necessarily feel that way on the Indian rather, because I do own an Indian Pursuit, but I think it would be a better ride, because I think the Indian Pursuit's a fantastic, magnificent ride. But as far as preparation, that's what it entailed. I packed accordingly. I did have a bag, a Harley Davidson Onyx bag, I believe, or I think that's what we called it, attached to my seat in my back, in my torque pack. My next run, I probably won't have any of that, because I'm going to try to use that Rick Rack setup I spent money on. So I am not affiliated or sponsored by any of these people. These are just things I've seen online and other YouTubers speak about. This is my journey. This is just one rookie's journey into trying to find himself on two wheels. And I really appreciate your time. And if you have a moment to like and subscribe, please do so. At the very least, please gas up your vehicle and enjoy the ride.
Just on black, just on black, just on black, just on black, just on black. Yeah, we smoke the weed. Who on fucking me? No, I feel like Jesus. She got feet. She got many things on me. Yeah.
Det borde nog fått bli mig, för she wanna fuck me.